Hi guys, it's Dawn, and in this video I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to use my advisory folder since there's nothing in it, and I'm going to show you guys how to make your settings so it's the least confusing for kids. And I'm going to start just with a blank template. So this right here is advisory, and again, obviously that's not going to have any graded work in it because it's not a graded class, but just as a way to kind of help you guys figure it out. So this is where you would choose your colors. This is where you can give it a nickname. I'll show you in a second how to put an image here, and I'll show you sort of the basics of setting it up. So when you log into your class, it's going to look just like this. You want to do this after you've cross-listed. So if you teach multiple classes of algebra or multiple classes of social studies, you want to cross-list them first. So go to my other video, the one right before this, to figure out how to do that. So do that first and then come back here. So this is from the teacher perspective. These are, you can see everything. Kids can only see the things that are like this that don't have this crossed out. So we're going to go into settings right now. We're going to change some things to make it a little bit easier for you and a little bit easier for students. Course details is where we want to go. This is just so you can make it look fun. You can look up any sort of, ooh, this one looks like the CDC. There we go. So this is going to be what it looks like on the front. This stuff down here you don't need to really worry about. Sections, this is where you would cross-list, right? We're not cross-listing. Navigation is important. These are all the things that the kids can see, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So we're just going to drag a bunch of them down. Springboard you might want if you're a language arts teacher. I'm not, so I'm going to drag it down here. Drag it down here. And you can still get to all of these things. It just makes navigation a little bit easier for the students. There's less for them to click. So I'm getting rid of all of this. You just drag and drop. And again, you can get to all of this still. It's just less things for them to have to click around in. And then I like to do home and then modules on top. I like to do grades and then announcements. So I like to have it like this. These are all the things. You'll still be able to see them and you'll still get to them. It just makes fewer buttons for the students. So I'm going to click save. Apps, these are things that we'll talk about later, but these are some things that you can add to Canvas that sync pretty flawlessly. Turnitin is something that the language arts teachers use already. And then there's some other interesting things in here too. Under feature options, this is definitely one thing that you want to go to. If you, right here, this one, gradebook, you want to be able to list students by sortable name. So you want to be able to sort them. Mastery Paths is cool. It's very advanced though. What else? So this is about it. This one used to be in beta, but it looks like they've totally integrated it now. So really just this one, gradebook list students by sortable name is important. When you go back now to your home, oh, this one is crossed out because I don't have any modules yet. So these things, if you noticed before, they were kind of all mixed up. Now, when you look at it from a student view, oh, it's not published. Sorry. All right, so here we go. So it's not a published course, so kids can't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Before publishing, you must either publish a module or choose a different home page. I'm going to make it just course modules. So first we have to make a module. So I'm just going to call this Module 1. You can call it anything. Chapter 5, you can call it COVID-19 Day 1. You can call it whatever you would like. So I'm just going to call it Module 1 for now. And so this module right here is not published. Now it's published. So from a student view, they're going to be able to see Module 1, but there's nothing in it. So there's nothing inside this module yet for students to see. These things right here, this is where you add things to your module. So there's lots of different options. An assignment is something that's going to sync to Q. It's something that has a point value. It has a due date. Kids can submit things through an assignment. A quiz, this we're going to get into more depth later, but a quiz is exactly what it sounds like. It's a quiz. There's lots of options. You can make it timed. You can make it untimed. You can show them the answers. You can not show them the answers. You can do multiple choice, fill in the blank, tons of things. A file is just linking a file to your module. So when a kid clicks on it, it downloads the file or the PDF or whatever it is that you want them to look at. A page is just a page of information. So often I put my directions on a page, and then when I have them submit it, they go to another tab that's the assignment. A discussion is an interesting tool that I use sometimes, and it's exactly what it sounds like. So you give them a question, and then they discuss below and respond to each other's discussion questions or discussion comments. A text header is just like a title. And then an external URL. This just, when they click on it, it takes them immediately to an external URL, something outside of Canvas, so like BrainPop or Springboard or something like that. External tool, this is a little bit more advanced, but this is where you can add special things like Turnitin or Springboard, or there's some other things that you can do. We're not going to do too much with that because, like I said, it's a little bit advanced. So I'm just going to make this an assignment. It's a new assignment. We're going to call it assignment 1. You can indent or not indent. That's up to you. You can always change it later. So here it is. In the next video, I'm going to go over how to set up this assignment. This is just the most basic type of assignment. It is not published right now, so kids couldn't see it right now, even if they were logged into Canvas and looking at this Canvas shell for my advisory class. They can't see it. They can see this gray box. They can't see this assignment that's inside of it. So again, in the next one, we'll talk specifically about the settings for an assignment to make sure that it syncs to Q.